A reading from the Gospel of Matthew. At that time the disciples came to Jesus and asked, "Who is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven?" Jesus called a child, whom he put among them, and said, "Truly I tell you, unless you change and become like children, you will never enter the kingdom of heaven. Whoever welcomes one such child in my name welcomes me. Take care that you do not despise one of these little ones. For, I tell you, in heaven their angels continually see the face of my Father in heaven. What do you think? If a shepherd has 100 sheep, and one of them has gone astray, does he not leave the 99 on the mountains, and go in search of the one that went astray? And if he finds it, truly I tell you, he rejoices over it more than over the 99 that never went astray. So it is not the will of your Father in heaven that one of these little ones should be lost."
Don't waste your time jockeying for status. Be humble. Occupy yourselves with the little ones. Go after that lost little and forgotten sheep. These are some of the things that Jesus advises the church. And it's a radical way of living that is so polar opposite of what the world often calls us to be. Jesus turns the presumptions of what matters in life completely upside down, which is why his gospel witness, which was testified to in the person of St. Francis of Assisi and his little sister, I like to call her St. Clare, does. Today's the feast of St. Clare, and St. Clare was somebody who I would say shared all of the same values as St. Francis of Assisi, but really was able to connect with those values at a deeper level. She was all heart. She was able to connect with her own heart and with the heart of Jesus. St. Clare spoke of something she called the mirror of perfection. And consider the fact that St. Clare was young and, she was a teenage girl when she met St. Francis. And I don't want to say anything about teenage girls in mirrors, but St. Clare spoke of the mirror of perfection as being the cross that she gazed at. And actually, if you go to the monastery in Assisi where St. Clare lived, the cross that is hanging there is the San Damiano cross, the cross of resurrection. And so anyway, St. Clare, by gazing at this cross, found a way to connect with it to a degree that she saw herself becoming Jesus Christ, becoming the little ones, the despised one that she loved so much. This is the call of the gospel, and St. Clare was a great ambassador for the gospel, an apostle in her own time, and someone who invites us to connect and become small in a very profound way. If we can do that even to a small degree, we are proclaiming no less the gospel of a God who cares for us.